Welcome back to Talking Faces. We're back with another video. We're going to do commentary on Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 12, Episode 16, The Drama with Kenya. I'm sorry, Ken, whatever her name is. In my last video, not the last video, but I did a video about Kenya and Mark's relationship being fake. If it's not clear to you that it's fake now, then there's something wrong with you. This is clearly an arranged relationship. Now, after watching the episode, I have one other perception that, I had an epiphany while I was watching the episode. Now, either this is an arrangement and Kenya employed him to be her husband and her sperm donor, and she's paying him for that. The other scenario I have is, did he, I won't say use Kenya because, I won't say use because I think if he's using her, she's aware that she's being used and she's fine with it. So it's one of these two scenarios, but it's clearly not a real relationship. That is just so clear. It's just so clear that this man is not into her. This man does not like her. This man does not love her. That is so clear. And then when I see her doing her what do they call them, their little 101 when they're talking, doing a commentary on what happened in the episode. I mean, I listened to her and she was talking about, we want to get back to how we were in love. I'm sorry. I'm not believing it. It's nothing Kenya can say that will make me believe that her and Mark were ever in love at any point during their relationship or interaction. Because really and truly, it's an interaction. I don't call this a relationship. I mean, this is just so fake. It's so fake and phony. It's just crazy. And so now I think it's also negotiated that they're going to part their ways now. All of this is part of a plan. I don't care what anyone says. I mean, even Stevie Wonder could see this. It's just so obvious that this is not real. And part of the reason why Kenya has a problem with Tanya, has a problem with Nene, had a problem with Portia, is because Kenya is a very unhappy person, and I don't think she likes to see people that are happy. She has no reason to want to do the things that she tried to do to Tanya, other than she's unhappy. Misery loves company. When she was into it with Portia, it was the same thing. She's into it with Nene. She's envious of Nene. It's clear. It is so clear. She's envious. I think she looks at Nene and Kenya didn't have a husband. She didn't have a baby or a family or anything. And she really didn't even have a career. And I think she looks at Nene and she's like, this is what I want to be. I want to have these things. And so I think she's just envious. She's not a happy person. She's not in a place in her life where she's really had much happiness, even though she's an adult now. I think she's always been envious of the way she views other people. And that's one of the reasons why I think she dislikes Nene. The whole situation with Marlo and her two nephews that she's taking care of. If you pay attention to the episode, this was a point of Kenya's. This was one of her goals. I think she engages in petty fights and tries to upset people because she's so unhappy. And I think she gets pleasure out of that. That's the only pleasure that she has in her life, because she clearly wanted to separate Marlo from everybody else, which means she wanted to make Marlo feel unaccepted and feel like she was an outcast. That's what she wanted to do. The reason she won't interact with Nene because she's so envious of Nene and she wants to project that on Nene. She wants to keep the drama up because these other girls, I mean, they not even getting it that Kenya's playing them for her own benefit. And as soon as they realize what Kenya's doing, then this little drama she has will end. Kenya looks at Nene as Nene is my reason for staying on this show. So for all of y'all that just think, it's Nene, it's not. I'm sorry. It is Kenya. Kenya wants to continue to fight with her because this is her reason for being on the show. This is how she makes her bread and butter, her money, her storyline. Because really and truly, if you just really think about it, other than the fact that Kenya gets into it with everybody, Kenya really doesn't have a storyline. Her only storyline is fighting with everyone. That is her storyline. So if she's not fighting with anyone, she has no storyline. So she has to keep up fights. She has to pit this one against that one and try to make them fall out. And again, I said this in another video. You can go back and look at the other video. That I do believe Kenya and Cynthia and Candy, they are in an alliance against Nene. It is just clear that that's what it is. And for those of you who need some help, let me just bring you along. You already know that Kenya does not like Nene, and I've just outlined why she don't like Nene. Candy, let me tell you something. Do not be fooled. Candy, if you go back, Candy has never liked Nene. Never. She has never liked Nene. Facts. She's never liked Nene. And the reason she doesn't like Nene is, now Candy, and this is what is so perplexing a little bit about Candy, but it says a lot about Candy. Candy is a very successful woman, but yet I still believe she is envious of Nene Leakes. And some of you, maybe you can't see it. I'm sorry if you can't see it, but it's clear. It's clear as the day. I've seen it from the moment Candy came on the show. Candy has never liked Nene, and I can tell you exactly what it is. And I referenced this in another video. Candy had to. She's been in the business, because she was in the group Escape for a long time, and she made her money. She writes songs or whatever. She's made her money off of writing songs and being in that group, being one of the singer, not the main singer. She was one of the singer or whatever, which she really didn't sing. She didn't sing well. Hence, the reason why she don't have a solo career. Because then with your teeth, the way you talk with your teeth close, you talk like this and sing like this. I mean, that's not it, child. I'm sorry, that's not it. She tried the whole solo thing. It didn't work out because she's not a good singer. I'm just speaking facts. She's not a good singer. But she is a great writer. She's a great writer. She's a great businesswoman. I can give her those accolades or whatever. But she looks at Nene she feels like Nene was nobody. That's what she feels like. Nene was nobody. Nene gets on this show and gets major success. And it seemed like it came so easy for Nene to Candy. And Candy resents that. And I think she's envious of that. And just think about right now. Candy wants to be an actress. She wants to be an actress. Nene Leakes is an actress. She's not trying to be an actress. She is an actress. She may not be acting in any current movie right now or television show right now, But she clearly is an actress, and she has accolades from, being she was on Broadway, she was on, I think, what, 3 shows or something, 3 or 4 shows. Also, look at Nene Leakes is always on Entertainment Tonight, E.T., what else? What's the show that Joan Rivers used to be on? She was that show. She's been a host on the red carpets and stuff like that. I mean, her foot is well in that industry, and I think Candy is envious of that. She's very envious of that, and it makes no sense, but it is true. That is the only reason that I can come up with why Candy does not like her. And it's clear Candy does not like her. So her and Kenya bonds over that. So Nene and Cynthia used to be really good friends, and now they fell out. So, they love that. Both of them, Kenya and Candy, they love that because now, Nene is not and Cynthia are not friends anymore. So, that makes them, gravitate towards her. So their friendship is almost an alliance is almost out of a disdain or dislike for Nene. And the killing part about it is I really don't believe that Nene cares really at all. I really just don't believe she cares. She's doing her thing or whatever. She's not trying to stop somebody else bad. She's not jealous because somebody else getting a bad. But it's clear they're jealous that she's not getting a bad. And Kenya, hers is manifesting in the way that she wants to make everybody unhappy, because I'm telling you, she got pleasure out of telling Marlo to go to the back. I mean, she just want Tanya. Well, you can if your husband can't come, well, it's only for couples only. She's trying to make these people miserable because she is miserable. Misery, again, loves company. Kenya is a bitter, miserable woman. And really and truly, I kind of feel sorry for her child. I really do, because eventually, it's when her daughter gets old enough, eventually it will manifest itself in the form of her being resentful towards her child, or being jealous of her child. Just really think about the type of person Kenya is. That's the type of person she is, where she would be jealous of her own child. If you look in the earlier episodes of this season, you saw glimpses of her being jealous of this baby with Mark, with her so-called husband. So I could see that manifesting itself down the line because of Kenya being so miserable. And, if she wasn't so miserable and so hateful and so mean and nasty to people, maybe she could meet somebody that really loves her and will want to marry her and be in a relationship. But as long as you don't love yourself and you are so mean and nasty and hateful and want to make everybody else miserable, nothing's going to come to you. Nothing. So I don't see anything positive coming her way. If you really think about it, really think about what she has going other than this supposed $1 million hair product company that she has. I mean, what else does she really have going on? And I don't believe that this hair care company she's talking about is $1 million. I don't believe that for 1 second. I could be wrong, but I don't believe it. Someone has to show it to me, and I've seen no proof of it. So I don't believe that. Other than that, she has nothing. She wanted to get back on this show. When she got put off this show, I'm sorry. This girl, she would do anything for money to be back on this show. She would do anything to get that number 1 slot. And I think she views that number 1 slot as in moving Nene out or moving Nene to the side. And you know what they say, be careful what you wish for. When you dig a hole for one person, you better dig 2. because you better dig one for yourself, because you the one that's going to fall in the hole. And that's what I believe is happening now, because you saw Nene and Marlo were on Watch What Happened Live, and Nene was having a good old time, baby. She was having a good old time. When I tell you, she was on that show reading Kenya for filth. Oh, she said she can't wait till the reunion to snatch Kenya's wig, baby. She told Kenya, you better start rehearsing them read lines right now, baby, because I'm coming for you. Because she's saying she is going to read her for filth. And, baby, if what she said tonight on Watch What Happens Live is any indication of how she plans to treat Kenya, oh, Kenya, you in for it, honey, because when I tell you she read her for filth tonight, I mean, it was really entertaining. I really did enjoy it, And I don't normally enjoy people's misery, but Kenya is so nasty. She's so mean and nasty. You have to just take pleasure in it. And really and truly, Nene was taking pleasure in it. And like she said, she's not feeling bad for her. The reason she's not feeling bad for her, because Kenya has done a lot of dirty, low-down things. She's been a very nasty person. And I know people say that Nene can be mean to or whatever. Sometimes she can be mean. If she's getting into it with the other person, with someone else, I mean, you're not going to be kind. You're going to be mean, okay? But I don't think she's nasty like Kenya. I don't think she's vindictive like Kenya is. I don't think she's an envious person like Kenya is. So those things make a difference. And let me tell you right now, I know Kenya was not happy about this episode tonight, because she was reading Kenya, for filth on this show. And Andy was laughing and Marlo was laughing. They were kicking, having a good time. And then she met before the show. She had lunch with Andy. And she had lunch. Then she went and had another later lunch with Wendy Williams and Marlo. Oh, y'all, let me tell y'all. I know Kenya was, she was probably in her house screaming, beating the wall, beating her pillows. Trust me, she was not happy. She was upset. Anyway, this is going to be a 2-part video here, because this video is so long. I'm going to have to make it part 1 and part 2, because oh my God, I mean, I just really got my life and Watch What Happens Live, honey, because Nene just read this her for filth. She just read her for filth. It was so good. Anyway, like I said, this will be a 2-part video because it's so long. Thanks for watching Talking Faces. We'll see you back with the next video. Remember to give us the thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and we hope to see you back soon. And thanks again.